Hi everyone, my name is Rachel, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where I make scrapbooking process videos and also do live scrap and chats every month. I hope you enjoy my little corner of the big crafty world, and if you'd like to watch more, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell to always know when I have a new video. If you could also give me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Alright everyone, let's start scrapping! Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Stash Bash, my monthly collab with Kelly O'Black. This month, Kelly and I are once again, sorry, I'm trying to turn this around so there's a little bit more room. Kelly and I are once again up a little late this month because these months keep coming faster and faster, and we realized, in fact, on November 30th, that the next day was December 1st when these are supposed to go up, and instead we're like, oh yeah, that's not happening. Let's shoot for Sunday. So that's why this is going up on December 5th rather than December 1st. So for this month, we thought we would use some older Christmas stuff we have, whether we use it for Christmas or for not Christmas. That was up to us. I have these pieces of paper, and they are Claus and Company, which is from 2015. And I don't have a ton of paper. This is all I have. I don't have any stickers left. I don't have any embellishments. I just have one full sheet of paper and 3 scraps. So what I've pulled out is this newer stencil from Cartabella, some Gina K glitter gel, some washi strips from Freckled Fawn, and then another item that's older that I had to have, which was this We Are Memory Keepers tag punch board, which I don't think I've ever actually used. So obviously I'm not going to be doing a Christmas layout. This is winter, as you can tell from the outerwear of my family. This was me, my sibling, my mom, and my cousin. We are at a Trolley museum here in the state of Connecticut, and it was something we used to do around the holiday season. Go ride to take the trolley, and they have lights in the trees and stuff like that. Back in these days, this was the mid to late 80s. We did not have a great camera. My mom had a Polaroid camera. So this is a scan of a Polaroid that's then been reprinted on a regular 4x6 photo. So you know what? You use the photos you have to tell the stories of the memories you have. So that's what's important to me, not necessarily that I have the world's best photograph. So I'm going to go ahead and get you put on fast forward before I do 2 things. First, don't forget to head down into the description box below and check out the link to Kelly's video. And second, if you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. All right, everyone, let's get going. Okay, well, the first thing I'm doing is I'm actually Zooming with friends, so I'm setting up my iPad, which doesn't really affect the layout, but I thought I'd share that's what I was doing. I'm going to go ahead, and I knew I was going to use this black tone-on-tone. The main part of the paper is a really grayed out black, so the stars are what is truly black. Since my photo is done in the evening time and there isn't really a lot to it besides just obviously my family posing in front of a big tree, I thought that would work well. I'm going to map my photo with this smaller snowflake photo. As I said in the opening, this is obviously taken winter time. We're all wearing winter jackets, so it made sense. Even though I'm not doing a Christmas themed layout, here where I am in Connecticut, and this is taken in Connecticut, this particular museum is in East Windsor, Connecticut, if anyone has any interest. It's a little more run down now than it was back in the 80s. But you can still have fun. You can go ride the trolley through the night. There's an indoor museum, and so if you've got a child or a grown-up who is very fond of locomotives or little machinery typed things, it's a really fun way. My sibling loved it. That's why we went so often. Me, whatever. I don't care. But my sibling was a huge fan. So I go ahead and I've been really into tearing paper lately, and today's layout is no difference. This time I went for more of an upper shelf rather than what I've been doing lately, which is putting my photos on a lower shelf. And that's just a term they use in design in scrapbooking. When you place your photos on a piece of paper, that kind of supports it, as would putting books on a shelf. So I'm attempting to use this tag maker from We Are Memory Keepers that I had to have, and I actually managed to figure it out without messing up my paper. I was super glad because, as you can tell, I did not have a ton of paper left. I'm trying to figure out how to get the little hole in the tag, and for some reason it just wouldn't go in, and then all of a sudden it just went in perfectly. But look at that. I managed to do it evenly. I managed to make the hole, even though I don't end up adding anything to the hole because I put my journaling too close to the hole to really do anything with it. If there's one complaint I have about this, it's that it makes the hole very small. So if you are someone who likes to add the twine or anything like that, I would find it hard. I'm one just to stick an enamel dot over a tag hole, so it doesn't really bother me. But if that is something that you do, you might want to invest in a regular hole punch and use punch the hole to get the correct depth and everything, and then use a regular hole punch to make the hole bigger. Because if you try to put anything but the thinnest embroidery thread through that, you are not going to end up being happy. It will rip, I guarantee you. Anyway, moving on to the mixed media portion. I've already built my photo layers, so I know where my mixed media goes. This is what I do when I'm not playing with mixed media, when I'm looking for it to be, just peeking out of the edges of where my photos are. So I've got it in 3 different places. Thing I'm going to do right now is go and wash it, because if you're going to use texture paste and a stencil, you have to wash it in warm water right away, or stick it in warm water right away, because otherwise that will cement itself to your stencil and you will never be able to use that stencil again. I was pointing out at the top there that I made a little error, but it was okay because I knew I was going to place my photos there anyway, so it did not matter that I had gone a little off the stencil. I was actually really happy with the way the mixed media turned out. You'll see if you stay all the way to the end, I have close-up photos, and the iridescent, you get that green, you get the white, and it worked out perfectly for what I was looking for. I took 2 of the washi strips and I layered those over the tag, and I built a second shelf for my title. I'm using 2 different thickers. The first one is a gold topped on black foam with a thin black line through it, and that's the word museum. And then I used the smaller, and it's actually the same black foam on the bottom, and then on the top it's a black iridescent, holographic, actually. Words are hard. So my title of Trolley Museum, I'm really happy with the mix of gold and beige and black and white, keeping it really simple. As I said, I've got a lot going on with the different patterns, and then adding the glitter of the texture paste. I'm going to add some misting and, as you can see, some sequins. So I wanted to keep the palette on the more simple side. So I pull out from Freckled Fawn label stickers for my journaling, and you'll see where I put that right by the title. It's layered really close to where that hole is for my tag, so I end up not doing anything for it, because if I put an enamel dot there, it would end up covering part of my journaling. So I'm looking for my Dina Wakley white gloss spray. It's the closest thing I've found where I can use white to sprinkle and it stays white. It doesn't disappear. And so that's what I've been using when I use it. I don't use it a ton because I don't tend to use dark colors. And if I do tend to use dark colors, my go-to tends to be my Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine, which I'm also going to use in this messy part of my mixed media areas. I'm also using this Nuvo Mica Mist, and that is Pompano Grass. And so it's like a greenish blue color. It actually really matches the iridescentness of the texture paste. I didn't even tell you what the texture paste was. That is Gina K Iridescent Glitz Glitter Gel. And so I added the white, the Pompano Grass, and the gold color shine. Now when I do sequins, what I tend to do is this. I take my glue, and this is Art Glitter Clear Glue. Art Glitter Clear Glue is a fast drying glue, but it is not as fast as the Scotch Quick Dry. When I tried to do this with my Scotch Quick Dry glue, it dried too fast. I prefer this. It gives you just, and I'm not talking like 5-10 minutes. I'm talking like an extra minute or two of drying time. So if you are trying to put down sequins, or if you are trying to paper piece behind a cut file, I find the Art Glitter Clear Glue really works well for being able to put down all the glue and then put down all your sequins. Put down a bunch of glue and then put down different pieces to back a cut file. I wouldn't necessarily put glue on the entire back of a cut file, but you can do like half of a cut file or a quarter of a cut file, get those pieces down, and then move on. And I just find I prefer it to the Scotch Quick Dry, which just really, really quick dries. Now the black sequins, I'm not sure where I got those, but these gold and iridescent ones, these are from Close to My Heart. And so I'm just doing a mix, iridescent, gold, black, iridescent stars, and this is pretty much all I'm going to do. As I said, because I've got quite a bit of texture going on this layout, I wanted to keep the palette simple. I wanted to keep the embellishment simple. Because so really the only embellishment I'm adding are the sequins, because I'm not adding anything else. I did a lot of paper layers. Oh, I do have the washi tape on there. Forgot about that. But because I've got quite a bit of texture going on, I didn't want to have a lot of stuff on the page. This is going to complete my layout. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to head down into the description box and get the link to Kelly's video. And don't forget to spring a thumbs up for me, because I really do appreciate it when you can, and I totally understand if you can't. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.